Learning isn't just about how hard you work, it's also about how smartly you use your brain. Below are the core scientific principles that explain how people can accelerate learning. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt. So, what is it? Neuroplasticity refers to your brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Every time you learn something new, your brain creates or strengthens pathways between neurons. Now, how does this help you learn faster? Well, the more you practice something, the stronger those connections become. Repetition, especially spaced over time, what we call spaced repetition, really improves retention. And interestingly, mistakes and challenges actually help build better neural connections. For example, when you first learn a new language, it's difficult. But as you practice, your brain physically changes to adapt, making future learning faster and easier. Spaced repetition, beat the forgetting curve. What is it? Spaced repetition involves reviewing information at increasing intervals, instead of cramming. This counters the brain's natural forgetting curve, a term coined by Hermann Ebbinghaus. So why does it work? Each time you recall information, the memory trace is strengthened. Spaced practice helps information transfer from short-term memory to long-term storage. And here's a practical tip: use flashcard apps like Anki or Quizlet, which automatically space out reviews. Active recall. Don't just read, retrieve. What is it? Active recall means testing yourself instead of passively reviewing material. Why does it work? Retrieval itself strengthens memory better than rereading. It forces your brain to work harder, leading to deeper learning. For example, instead of rereading notes, try to explain the concept aloud or write it out from memory. So, sleep isn't just about rest. It's actually when your brain consolidates and reorganizes what you've learned throughout the day. During sleep, short-term memories are transferred to long-term storage, and brain cells replay new information to reinforce those neural connections. Plus, sleep clears out metabolic waste that can interfere with how well your brain functions. My tip? Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, especially after studying. It really makes a difference. Alright, so chunking is all about breaking down large pieces of information into smaller, more manageable parts. This is helpful because your working memory can only hold about 4 to 7 items at once. Grouping information, like the digits in a phone number, helps your brain process more at the same time. For example, to remember a long list, try grouping items into categories, like fruits, tools, and animals. It really helps. Now, using multiple senses, like sight, sound, and touch, while learning actually enhances your memory. This works because engaging more senses builds extra neural connections in your brain. It also increases your engagement and makes it easier to retrieve information later. For example, you can combine reading aloud, which is auditory, with drawing diagrams, which is visual, or even using hands-on tools for a kinesthetic approach. It's a great way to make learning stick. So, emotions and interest actually play a huge role in how well and how quickly you learn. When you have an emotional experience, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine, and these really help boost learning and memory. And, when your motivation comes from inside, like curiosity or just enjoying what you're studying, it usually leads to way more effective learning than if you're just doing it for rewards or out of fear. My tip here? Try to connect what you're learning to your own goals or interests. That way, you'll deepen your emotional investment and really supercharge your learning. Deliberate practice is all about focused, goal-oriented practice and, making sure you get feedback along the way. What makes it so powerful is that it helps you spot your weaknesses and work on them directly, rather than just going through the motions. That constant feedback really helps you refine your skills much faster than just repeating something over and over without thinking. For example, imagine a pianist who spends time isolating those tricky passages instead of always playing the whole song from start to finish. Mental models, are frameworks that help you understand and simplify complex systems. They're super useful because they let you connect new ideas to what you already know, making things a lot easier to grasp. Analogies are great for this too. They help you map something unfamiliar onto something familiar. Here's a tip. When you're learning something new, try comparing it to something you already understand. Like, for instance, thinking of electric current as flowing like water through pipes. Physical activity isn't just good for your body, it actually boosts brain function and your overall cognitive performance. Here's how it helps. Moving your body increases blood flow and oxygen to your brain, and it promotes the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, which is key for neuroplasticity. Even just 20 to 30 minutes of walking or aerobic exercise each day can really enhance your memory and focus. So let's sum up how you can learn faster, all backed by science. First, neuroplasticity. Keep practicing, because your brain adapts the more you use it. With spaced repetition, review information over time, not all at once. For active recall, quiz yourself instead of just rereading material. Make sure to prioritize 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Use chunking to group related information into manageable pieces. Try multisensory learning by combining visuals, audio, and physical movement. Emotion matters too. Tie what you're learning to things you actually care about. Focus on your weak spots and get feedback with deliberate practice. Use mental models and analogies like real-world examples to make concepts stick. And finally, move your body. Exercise is a big boost for brain health.